Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another General Cadaver video. Today's video is going to be super exciting because I'm going to be unboxing my Operetta Booriginal Creeproduction. I did a haul video featuring this doll not too long ago. I'm still waiting on Toralei. I bought Toralei Stripe and Operetta at the same time. They released on April 1st. I tried to buy the Werecat twins too. I actually had the Werecat twins in my cart. I was like in line to check out and they were there, but they like sold out before I could check out. So I do not have the Werecat twins to review. Like I'm not even waiting on them, unfortunately. But I do have Operetta. She came like probably after a week or two. I'm not sure why Toralei Stripe is taking so long. I guess maybe she's more popular than Operetta, or maybe people were buying like multiple Toraleis or something as opposed to multiple Operettas. But yeah, I have her and I'm really excited. I was surprised that she got here after only a week. I thought that I was gonna have to wait longer for her, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait forever for Toralei. It said that it's not expected to ship until April 25th, so I still have like 2 weeks to go. So yeah, that's a teeny bit upsetting just because I am not very patient at all, but I am very excited about opening Operetta. I also have her childhood doll. She's not in the best condition, but I am going to be comparing the two. The original one I have, I believe, is from like 2014, maybe 2013. I can't remember what it says on the back of her head, but I will be showing her, obviously. Also, my nail polish, painted them red, matches my lipstick and my necklace today. It's this sparkly red color. It's by OPI. It's their color Hello Kitty, Hello Pretty. This is the nail polish. I recently got some nail polishes. I think I did like a TikTok haul about them, or about all the nail polishes I got. But yeah, it's just a really pretty color. I don't have a lot of reds. This is kind of more like an orangey red. But yeah. Also, before we get into the video, I wanted to show you guys one thing that I made recently for my dolls, so it's doll related, so bear with me. I'm working on this couch. I made this cushion, I made this bottom cushion, and I have like the outline for the couch. I just made it out of cardboard and craft glue and tape. I still need to make the back cushion and cotton balls, but I ran out of cotton balls, so I need cotton balls. So I'm going to have to wait till I get cotton balls. But yeah, I'm making a handmade couch for my dolls. I just thought I'd share. I thought, you know, since you guys were doll people, you might be interested in seeing it. I just used like an old Fuggler's box that I still had, and I just cut it up to use the cardboard. And I've had this fabric. I've been interested in making doll clothes and making doll things and just making actual clothes for a really long time. I just haven't really had the funds or like means to actually go about it, so I'm doing like any small creative things that I actually can. So yeah, cotton balls aren't too expensive, I hope. So I just thought I'd share this little couch. And it wasn't too hard to make either. It was just cutting it and checking it and getting it to size. Okay, and one last thing before we get into the video, please like this video if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. My goal is at least 500 for now. Hopefully I can get to 1,000 soon. Also, please check out my description box for my Patreon, my Mercari, my Depop, and also please follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky Threads, and I also have a Reddit. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into unboxing the Operetta Booriginal Creeproduction. I love how on the sides of the box they have the character as well. I remember getting her as a child. I saw her in Walmart and I got her, and I still have that memory. I don't really remember buying any other Monster High doll, so I was kind of excited when I heard that they were releasing a Creeproduction of her, but I was also a little confused just because like I didn't know, is she like that popular of a character? I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of stuff about the main for girls, but I don't really see too much about many of the side characters or like the non like main characters. But yeah, I really like her. I love her color scheme. The red is very like vibrant in your face. It sticks out a lot. Her little spider Memphis Daddy-O Longlegs is so cute. I love it. Kind of reminds me of Christmas. It kind of looks like a gothic candy cane, which I really like. I am going to be keeping her box. Here's the artwork and the words on the back of the box. I'll go ahead and read. Her age is 16 and phantom years. Her pet is Memphis Daddy-O Longlegs. Is her pet spider. Of course, he's not like any other spider you've seen, unless you've seen one rocking a pompadour while playing a stand-up bass. Her favorite food is fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Thank you very much. And her BFFs are Whole Tide and Deuce Gorgon. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches fried sound absolutely disgusting, so that's weird that she eats that, but her little thing right here, this little cassette, it says Finn equals goalist guitar teacher. So maybe she has like a crush on her guitar teacher. And this right here says 612 super sick B-Day mix. And I am going to be reading her diary too after we get her out of the box and after we take a look at her outside of the box. So make sure you stay tuned to read or hear everything that's in her diary. The top of her box, they all have like a different quote, I guess something they say. It says, I'm a high octane rockabilly phantom de-force. And then it has it in a bunch of other languages too. And of course I will be keeping the box too. Okay, so really quickly, I'll just show you the state of my childhood Operetta doll. I have shown her a little bit on TikTok and possibly in other videos. This is my childhood Operetta. She's missing a lot of stuff. She doesn't have a ring. She's missing, thankfully she's not missing her tattooed arm, but she's missing her regular arm. Her hair is pretty matted, a little sticky. She's probably got some glue seepage. She's got a tiny bit of discoloration on her face, some staining. Her pants don't stay velcroed at all, and they don't stay on her legs. And she still has like the clip for her shirt, but she's missing like the little skeleton on it. I don't have her shoes or her other arm. I don't have her pet, her bag, her diary, nothing like that. I just have this. But she's very cute. I still keep her. I mean, hypothetically, of course, I would love to make her look better and display her, but we'll take a better look at her and compare her more to the new Booriginal Creeproduction Operetta when we turn the camera around. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into unboxing her. There's always these little tape things. That one already came off. I'm always so scared to mess up the boxes. Okay, it looks like this one might be a little bit easier to open. Okay. The tree people are coming by. Ta-da! Okay, so here we go. Taking her out of the box. Alright. She looks very, very good. I'm going to be keeping this insert to place back in the box. She came out pretty easily. Maybe I think I'm getting the hang of actually opening the doll boxes. So here she is, just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely crisp, beautiful and new clothing. Her little pet is so spiffy. Operetta, her diary, her little shoes, her stand, her little belt, her bracelet, and her ring, of course. And this little star thing next to this thing, says, hiding behind a mask of perfection. Which is not really, her mask doesn't really hide any of her face, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to start snipping. I'm going to take my scissors here. Okay. So we got out her little bag, and it has her strap, like the shoulder strap, rubber banded around it to keep it closed. Super, super pretty. I love the coffin shape. I don't use their brushes, but I do collect them. I'm thinking about cutting off the bottoms and making like Frankie's earrings in different colors. I really want to do that actually. So hopefully I can someday. Alright, here is Memphis Daddy-O Longlegs. He's just super, super cute. You can see him combing his hair. A very Elvis-like hairdo. He's got 8 legs. I thought he only had 6 in the box because 2 of them were hiding. Oh, he stands up very, very well. At least on my hand. Look at that. He's just the cutest little spider ever. I love Daddy Longlegs. We always played with them as a kid. We can find them outside, and they don't bite, so you can just let them crawl all over you, and they're really cute. They're just a tiny little fat body with long legs. He's so cute. I love his little hairdo and his big eyes. And his little tie, of course. Got the base to her stand out. The diary I just kind of pulled out gently. It's got like a red accent color to it, and it says, "You can't play my guitars or read my diary, so don't ask." And I did hear that the back of her diary does not have the About Me section. And that's true, it does not. So, okay, and it looks like half of it is in French. Okay, yeah. So half of it is in like French or some other language, and then the first like few pages, the first half of it are in English. So that's kind of, I mean, I guess it's good for people in other countries who like, or I guess France. I'm not sure exactly what language this is, but I do wish they would have had the About Me section. I'll have to look up the original diary that she had and look up the back so that I can tell you what the original About Me section would say, what the back of this should say. Her stand is black in color. I'm just going to cut all the ties that I can see. These are going to be tricky. These like taped tabs are always pretty tricky. I don't know where I put the rest of the trash. What the hell? Okay. Let's see whatever ties we can take out. Okay, I got her out of the box. For the most part, she still has this plastic thing on the back of her head with the ties. She does have 3 ties in the back of her head. I hate snipping off these stupid ties. Okay, so I got her out of the box. She's absolutely gorgeous. One thing I will say is they put the mask that she's wearing, like, they crushed one of the sides of her curls, like putting the mask in there. I think they could have maybe done a little bit better job making sure that that didn't crush that, because it does look lopsided. It looks good from far away, but just up close you can definitely tell that it's a little lopsided. But I do really love these curls. I think they're done very nicely. You can see straight through the hole. It's very stiff. So I don't think her hairstyle, I mean, like, I guess kids aren't probably going to be playing with these. Hopefully. I don't think kids are playing with the Booriginal Creeproductions, but one thing I will say is her earring is really close to her face. Like, usually dangly earrings go straight down, like mine, you know, they kind of just go straight down, but hers is kind of just tilted towards her face. She does have a lot of red hair in the back, and not a lot of black. She has, like, very minimal black. It's almost just like streaks, where in the original one you can see her hair is longer. Or at least the black streaks in her hair are longer. It looks like a section in the middle of her hair is black. She has her classic mole on her face and her little heart, like dripping heart, like eye mask. You can see the, like, you can kind of see the music notes, like scarification on the side of her face. It does go down her neck onto her shoulder, at least on the original. I just love this little skeleton here. She just has this tiny little skeleton as the button for her little overshirt. I'm not exactly sure what you call this piece of, like, clothing. It has this spiderweb design all around it and on the back as well. I really like the piano like cuffing, which makes sense because she's very musical. Can she play the piano? I don't remember if in the show it said if she could play the piano. I know she can play the guitar, obviously, but I didn't know that she could play the piano. I really like this purple. It's kind of like a houndstooth pattern or like a wolf's tooth pattern, dog tooth pattern. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I can't remember what the pattern is called, but it's like that pattern instead. It's like that pattern, but throughout it are these like skullet designs. I'm sure you can see. Obviously, you'll be able to see better when we turn the camera around. She has her little music note belt with this spider web, and the spider webbing, well, maybe it's not spider webbing. Maybe it's like, I always just kind of assumed it was spider webbing, but it kind of looks like, you know, like the chains people wear on their wallets. I guess it's like that, but with musical notes and musical symbols. I love the front, how the front is a spider web. You can see that detail there. And one thing I do love, I really, really love, I hope I don't lose it. I'm not sure if it's going to come off her finger easily or not. I'm not even going to try to take it off. But is her little dice ring. And you can see it does stick off her finger pretty considerably. One thing I will say is on the box, you can see that her ring has the little white dots, like the number dots on it, but her ring does not. It would probably be hard to add because the dots on it, like the little indentions, are so small it would take a lot of time to be precise with them. I'm not sure how good her pants fit her. They do look to be a little loose, a little baggy, which is one problem I have with the original Operetta doll. Her pants now, as you can see, they just don't really stay on. I love the red threading on the pants. I mean, it makes so much sense with how much of the rest of her outfit is red. I love the little fake buttons on her shirt, too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the collar down on her purple shirt. I mean, maybe she prefers to keep the collar up on it, but I would like to be able to put it down. But I'm not sure if this is 2 pieces or if it is 1 piece. And then here are her shoes, the white and black, very iconic, with the music note as the heel. And I love the little red music note on the front. I like the laces too. They kind of just look like tic-tac-toe marks, but I kind of like how simplistic they are. And I like how the cuffing looks to be fabric. Oh, my fucking back, dude. I just put these in to see if I could even talk with them. You know, guys know that one Monster High girl, Monster High Love Me, Tara or something? She has the things. I think hers are like actual dental something. I think she talked about it in one of her videos, but these are just from the store, but I was just seeing if I could talk with them during a video or something. They look cool, huh? I should wear those out in public more. I actually don't know why I don't. But, okay. So, now I'm going to just cut this little rubber band off of her guitar. It's like a guitar bag situation. I don't remember. Oh. I don't know if I just broke it or if it's supposed to come apart. Maybe it's supposed to come apart so that you can, strap it over her or something easily, but it does just like pull apart this little thing. I don't remember her original guitar having such, I don't know, I don't remember if it had a thick strap or like a thinner strap. It just has this skullet motif kind of just imprinted all throughout the plastic, and it is a pretty flexible plastic too, so it's not too stiff, which is good. I think it'll stay in good enough to like stay on her chest possibly. Okay, and it appears we got a guitar with a good closure. It kind of stays like this. Oh, that actually kind of looks cool, like a little guitar case. It has this clasp on the bottom, and the clasp, you'll probably be able to see better when I turn the camera around, has a little music note on it. I'm not really sure what you could keep in her guitar case. Maybe like her ring and her bracelet, maybe her earrings if you're like changing it out. Also, all the little like tune things where you would tune the guitar are all little printed skullets, which is really, really cute. I really do love this as a bag. I think it's pretty creative. I'm gonna just kind of strap it on her back just to see if it would stay on. Okay, gonna have it looped around her. Let's see here. Okay, so it does strap on to her pretty good, and it doesn't look like it'll fall off. I haven't watched anybody else's unboxings of the Booriginal Creeproduction Operetta, so I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to be done, but I assume. You just strap it on her back. I think it looks really, really cute. I like how you can see the strap with the little skullet designs. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll be really, really cute for displaying as well. Like, you can either display it kind of like maybe on her more of her front, like on the box. I'm probably going to just display her. Actually, I don't know if you could display it on the back because the stand thing, so I'm not sure how I'm going to display her yet. I guess we'll have to play around with it and see. She does have a rubber band on like her waist, kind of holding her belt on her. I'm just going to leave that on for now. And of course, her little pet. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but mine kind of has a butthole. Mine kind of has like a web hole or something. I don't know if you can tell where they just like kind of plopped him off the, I don't know, factory pipe or something. I actually think that that's kind of funny. But yeah, he only has 2 eyes. I think the other spider, Lenore Loomington spider, I think she only has 2 eyes as well. But I love his big eyes, I love his little fangs, and his little eyebrows are so cute. They just add so much. I love this little swoopy hairstyle. And his long spindly legs as well. I might have to display her like this. I was trying to like play around to find like the perfect way to display her holding her guitar bag thing. But I haven't really figured it out yet, so I think I'm probably just going to display her like this, where you can still, like, it doesn't take away anything from the outfit, it doesn't, like, cover it up, because guitar is pretty big, it's, like, about as wide as her, but this way you can still also see it, and I don't think it really takes away from the shoes either, so I'm probably most likely going to just display her like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read her diary. I'll do the About Me page section last because I will have to look that up and find it, because unfortunately this version of her diary does not come with it. So July the 25th. Hey Finn. I don't know if Finn is her teacher. Maybe he's your boyfriend, I'm not sure. Hey Finn, I'm going to keep a diary. I'll send it to you when school starts and you can read about my adventures if I have any. I sure wish you'd join the modern monster world and get yourself a computer or at least an eye coffin so we could exchange email or texts. Having to send everything by ghost post seems like it takes forever. Not that we don't hate it. Not that we don't have it. But you get my drift. Anyway, the morning after the going away party all threw for us, which was clean out of fright, we caught a scream boat and headed upriver to the home of the booze. I talked Daddy and Mama into letting me go see the ghost of you-know-who. Daddy kind of rolled his eyes and said, okay, betcha if it was a bunch of them old opera harpies all wearing helmets with horns sticking out, he'd have jumped up and clicked his heels. At least he didn't say no, and I could smell the fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches before it got there. Turns out there was a jam session I hadn't seen that many singers and players gathered in one spot. Since the day that music died. They even let me sit in with them on a set. I had to promise not to sing, though. Must have heard what happened down in Terrebonne Parish, I reckon. During the jam, I used that new lick you taught me, and even that big old werewolf guitar player you like so much howled and said, "Oh, Red, I'm going to be singing the blues if you don't teach me that." I told him I could show him, but I couldn't teach him. For that, he needed to come find you. I was sad to leave, but Daddy wanted to head east so he could go check out some old opera house that was supposed to be grand. Turns out I enjoyed it more than he did, since they weren't exactly performing the kind of music he expected. Smiley face. July the 27th. How did we get to the new opera house? Well, there's this underground train that somehow connects to the catacombs below Monster High. That's where the opera house is. Not in Monster High, but under it. I actually met a group of ghouls from Monster High at one of the stations while we were waiting to change trains. They were all on the Monster High Fear Squad and were headed to some kind of competition or training or something. I didn't really understand it all, but they all seemed very nice, although the captain of the team was a bit high and mighty for my taste. Gotta go now. Sorry so short. And I'm guessing she's talking about Cleo Denial. August the 1st. We have mostly settled in, although we still got some unpacking left to do. My guitars all made the trip just fine, too. I was worried, but I guess I shouldn't have been. Those cases you gave me protected everything, just like you said they would. The opera house is in pretty ghoul shape, although there hasn't been a production done here in many years. I reckon that's why we're here. Well, at least why Daddy and Mama are here. It's a whole bunch different from the Riverboat Opera House, though. This one has a big old pipe organ that sounds like a whole fleet of riverboats coming down the Big Muddy. Of course, the first thing Daddy did was hop on that thing and play Toccata and Fugue. Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Who didn't see that coming? Later on, I lugged my amp out to the middle of stage, plugged her in, and played a little riff that lasted long enough for Daddy to come running in and tell me to stop polluting his opera house with that noise. Whatever. I didn't feel like arguing, although I did finally quote that thing you quoted to me. There's only two kinds of music. Good music and the other kind. To which Daddy said, yes, and I would have you play the other kind somewhere else. I reckon I should have seen that coming. I'm sure in no time, though, Daddy will have this place snoring with good music. August the 7th. I explored the catacombs a little more today. A ghoul could seriously get lost down there if she wasn't paying attention. It's like there's passages that go every which way. Some just dead ends, and others seem like they go on forever. Some of the things I discovered are an underground lake with a big island in the middle that has an old castle on it, a passage that leads from the zombie side of town straight up to Monster High, lots of rooms and halls blocked by doors that you need some kind of key to get past. I also found, or I guess I should say Memphis found, my new practice room/recording studio. I would have totally missed it because it just looked like a crack in the wall to me, but Memphis must have sent something. Though, because he shimmied through that crack quick as a gnat's sneeze. Before I knew it, a section of what had looked like part of the catacomb wall swung open like a door, and there was Memphis hanging upside down by a thread with a big fly-eaten grin on his face. The walls inside were covered by some kind of moss, not like the stuff that hangs off the cypress trees back home, but more like a soft carpet, and it lights up. How creepy sweet is that? I have no idea what the room was originally used for, but there are power outlets on the wall and a big table in the middle. Memphis and me brought all our equipment down here, cranked everything up, and just went to town. You want to know what the best part is? When the door is shut, you can be standing with your ear pressed right up against it and still not hear what's going on inside. I don't think I've ever had a place where I could play and sing without worrying about who might be listening. Maybe moving here won't be so bad after all. August the 18th. Yes, I've gotten out of the catacombs and my new recording studio to check out the town, although I probably wouldn't have left if I hadn't needed to get some new strings. I ended up at the mall. They've got a pretty good music store and some shops where I might actually find some clothes I like, but you know me. I spent most of my time in the music store. They have a scary slick selection of guitars. Nothing like you've made for me, of course, but I played a few anyway because they just look so sad hanging up there on the wall all by their lonesome. I was just kind of picking a little bit when I got the feeling some monster was watching me. I turned around, and sure enough, there was a little frizzy-haired werewolf staring at me. Now, you'd be proud of me, because you know normally I don't like being interrupted when I'm playing, but there was just something about her that made me call her over. I asked, "Ain't you never seen a monster play guitar before?" "Not like you," she said. "Good answer, girlfriend." Her name was Helene, and after I played some more, she asked if I would teach her. I put the guitar back on its stand and looked at her for a minute. "Why do you want to learn to play guitar?" She sort of shrugged a little bit and said, "I guess because no other monster I know plays guitar." I shook my head and told her that from the time I was a little girl, all I ever wanted to do was play and sing. If I'm not actually playing or practicing, I'm thinking about playing or practicing, and if you took lessons from me, I'd expect you to be the same way. I knew she wasn't ready for that. I did show her a few chords, though, and she actually caught on scary quick. She's got long fingers and good ears. I told her that she ought to sign up for lessons with one of the music store's guitar creatures, and when she had learned everything they had to teach her, to come see me. She screamed all right with that, and the music store even threw me in a set of free strings for getting Howleen to sign up with one of their instructors. Who knows, maybe she'll end up loving to play as much as I do. Hey, I said maybe, didn't I? August the 25th. Monster High ain't like our one-room ghoul house back on the Delta. I got a chance to really check it out today after Headless Headmistress Bloodgood sent Daddy and Mama a note asking if they would send me up to see her. So I made my way up from the Opera House to her office and introduced myself. She seemed very prim and proper, and I was wondering how long it'd be before I'd have a special seat with my name on it outside her office. She told me she had just been going through my records from the school back home and that she was pleased to have me as a student at Monster High. She also said, "I will expect excellence from you, and neither shady work nor laziness will be tolerated or rewarded." I said I reckon I expected the same from myself, as long as she didn't expect me to be the same kind of formal phantoms as my daddy and mama, or to back down every time some monster said boo to me, 'cause that ain't who I am. I sat back and crossed my arms, 'cause I expected she was going to give me a lecture on rules and manners and obligations to our monster legacy, but instead she just kind of leaned forward a little, put her head in her hands, and said, "I understand your father's performances have been known to bring down the house, but I'll expect you to blow the roof off this sucker." Right then and there, you could have knocked me over with the skeeter's wing. Monster High may turn out to be a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure it won't be a place where every monster has to play off the same sheet of music. August 31st, and this is the last entry. Hey Finn, there was a dandy meteor shower last night. I took that cypress body acoustic you made for me and went down to the beach. I pretended that the sky was a sheet of music and each shooting star that fell was a single note. I played until my fingers gave out, and then I just sat back and enjoyed the show. I'm not sure how much time I'll have to keep up with my diary since school starts, but I want you to know that I want you to know that even if I'm not glad all over, I think I'm going to like it here just fine. And then it starts all in French. Lay 25, Juliet, something. And I will have to read the about section. It should be in the back. You know what I'll do? I'll probably just write it down on a little piece of paper, and then, I don't know, probably not tape it in here, but I'll probably shut it in here, because I keep the diaries separate from my dolls, but I'll probably just do that, because I don't like how that's not on the back. For Draculaura, Frankenstein, Laguna Blue, and Claudine, for their Creep productions that came out last year, for the second wave of their Creep productions, or the third, I'm not sure, but they all had the About Me sections, their diaries were, pretty much, I don't know if one-to-one, but pretty much one-to-one, what they were, when they first came out, what they were when they, 2014 when they originally came out. So, I'm not sure why hers isn't, but I will insert that here. Okay, so what I was able to find of the About Me section of Operetta's journal is just really, really hard to read, so forgive me if it is not, exactly what she says. This is, incredibly hard to read because it's really blurry. Name, Operetta. Age, 16 and phantom years. Monster parent, the Phantom of the Opera. It says, killer style. From the top of my hot rod red victory roll hair to the soles in my shoes, don't sleep on them. I'm a high-octane, rockabilly Phantom de-force. I've also got this pitch-perfect beauty mark that starts on my face and ends in the blankest tat ever? Ends in the scariest tat ever? I'm not exactly sure what that says. Freaky flaw. I'm a bit of a duo and a perfectionist. Okay, more than a bit. Maybe it's just about my music, though, which causes monsters to kind of lose their minds for a few days if they hear me sing. My voice doesn't have the same effect when you listen to it recorded. Pet. Memphis Daddy-O-Longlegs is my pet spider. Course, he's not like any other spider you've ever seen unless you've seen one rocking a pompadour while playing a stand-up bass. Favorite activity: playing music and singing. What else is there to unlife? Biggest pet peeve. I don't like being told what to do. Guess I'm hard-headed that way. Favorite school subject. Music history. Can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Least favorite school subject. Mad science. The only thing I want to create is music. Favorite color. Vintage velvet red. Very good color choice. Favorite food. Fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Thank you very much. And BFFs are Whole Tide and Deuce Gorgon. So yeah, forgive me if that's not exactly what it says, but the picture is incredibly, like, blurry. I don't even know if you can tell what that says, but yeah, I tried my best to read it correctly. So we're going to go ahead, so we're going to go ahead and turn the camera around so we can look at the new Operetta and compare her to her old doll. So this is going to be the close-up and comparisons. So for starters, here are Operetta's shoes. You can see the black, like, tops of the shoes have this really pretty spiderweb design. They have this little red button on them, and the button kind of looks like a spider. There's like a spider design, and the red kind of looks like a Black Widow spider with the little red music note. I'm actually just noticing that detail. You can see the music note heels here. The bottom of her heels don't have any skelet or anything featured. Scoot that back just a little bit. So we're coming now to her pants. You can see they're obviously meant to be like a blue jean material with these red stitchings. You can see here all the music notes on her belt chain and her beautiful belt. I love this really beautiful, vibrant purple color paired with the black and white. It's a very gorgeous standout color. And you can see here this hand has her ring. Don't mind my cat scratching the carpet. I'm so sorry about that. But here is her ring, and you can see like the little indentions where the white dots would go. And then this arm has her piano key bracelet. The back of the shirt. You can see how her pants aren't really fitting the best on this doll either. I feel like they should have been like tighter around the waist or gone up more to fit her better. This is the back of her outfit. I really love this like shiny white with the puffed sleeves, and the piano cuffing being black and white goes really well with the black and white of the spiderweb design. You can see the spiderweb design carries on to the front. She does have these fake buttons going all the way up her shirt. And of course, this little skelet on her shirt is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and I finally got a tripod, so I can use two hands now. We are slowly but surely upgrading the channel, people, so stick with me. Please subscribe. But yeah, this little skelet is so beautiful. And then we get to her absolutely gorgeous face. Her hair is messy, and obviously her head is pretty asymmetrical. I am a little mad that they did that. I wish they would have put this, like, I don't know, hidden this within the hair so they wouldn't have to have messed up the, like, structural integrity of the curl. But I'm really happy with the other two curls. This curl and this curl look absolutely amazing. They're so full, and you can just see clear through them. I wish the back of her hair had more black, like in her original doll. I think the more black in the back of the hair just looks better. I love the contrast with the red. You can see how it's kind of like the original doll, just through the middle. And this rubber band here is like keeping her little thing on. It like goes around her whole head. Here is her first dice earring and her second. I love her mole and her beautiful, like, yellow and orange eye makeup. Look at her accessories. This is her guitar. You can see the Monster High logo on the back with the skullet design and this large skullet, and this does open. There's a little slot in there. And you just put it back. This is the front. I love this gorgeous red color, the spider webbing designs, and as you can see here, the music note on the bottom of the latch. This is just such a small detail, but I think it is gorgeous. And here you can open it, and I like how if you just let it fall naturally, it kind of sits open like, I don't know, do guitar cases sit like this normally? My uncle's a guitarist, but I don't know. I feel weird not knowing that, but yeah, just absolutely beautiful. You could fit some stuff in there. I love the coffin shape. And I like how this bag, unlike the Booriginal Creeproduction Laguna Blues bag, this one actually closes. This one's latch works. Hers did not. Hers did not even close. And here is her spider Memphis Daddy-O long legs. You can see his hair, very, I'm guessing, greaser-inspired hairstyle. And he stands up pretty good. You can see there, that's not a completely flat surface, but he stands up good on his own. His little tie. I love his little hands on his little comb. He's just absolutely so adorable. And then you can see here his butthole. He's going to shoot a web at you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the comparison of the 2014 Operetta. So let's get them here side by side. All right. Just looking at them, the first difference that I notice is their lip shape, actually. The new 2025 Booriginal Creeproduction Operetta has, you can see, longer lips, whereas the 2014 Operetta, the original, has, I would say, fuller looking lips, but fuller up and down as opposed to side. Another thing that I notice is their skin color difference. This new Operetta has a slightly more purple skin tone, almost more like pink skin tone, whereas the old Operetta has a paler purple skin tone, more of like a grayer scale, a grayer tone to the purple. Their eyes look relatively similar. The ends of their eyes, I will notice the ends of her eyes are a little sharper. The ends of her eyes are a little rounder. I believe the nose is the same. The mole is the same. Ear shape looks pretty much the same. Eyebrows are the same. Her scar looks the same. Obviously, this top is dingy and yellowed. The collar on this doll is pretty long. I don't know. On her new one, the collar isn't as long. The pants are pretty similar. Same in color and everything. She got the dogs out. And the tattooed arm. Looks the same. Potentially slightly lighter shade of black used for the line work on the new one, or possibly the line work is thinner on the new one for the tattoo. You still have that same skullet design in the purple fabric of her shirt and the fake button design as well. I am not going to be trying to see if her limbs come off. I just don't want to chance it. Maybe her face looks slightly bigger, maybe wider, but that could just because she doesn't have bangs where she does. Now they kiss. It's not incest if you're the same person. Hey! But yeah. Also, she doesn't have, like, elastics. They probably got rid of the elastics before that. What is that? Does she have an elastic in her crotch? I don't know what that is. You can see, like, the little Thames in there. I don't know what the hell happened to this damn Velcro. This dirty, dirty, trifling Velcro. Yeah, I do prefer G1's hair just because it's a little longer and more of the black hair. I think I like the contrast as opposed to just mostly red hair. But yeah, she's pretty similar, I would say. I love this ring detail. I think a ring is such a cool accessory for a doll to have. You don't see many dolls with rings, probably for good reason, just because it probably is hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this rubber band because this rubber band's not. It's not working with me. It's not listening to me. So it must go. All right, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I love it. I love the musical motif. I mean, everybody loves music. Music is such a human... I don't know, music is such a human thing. But yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so, so excited to have her in my collection. I think they did a really, really good I think they did a really, really good job with these Creeproductions, and I absolutely cannot wait to get Toralei. I will be making another unboxing on Toralei, showing all her stuff, unboxing her, just like I did with Operetta, and I will be reading her diary as well. Look at this mask. Her mask is absolutely gorgeous. I don't really know why she wears it. I guess because she has a scar on the side of her face, but I really love, like, the drippy effect. I love her big blue eyes with the little pink dot in there. Alright, so, me and Operetta just want to thank you. Yeah, we just want to thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video specifically. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons. Thank you. Your name will be on the end card and the beginning card. Please stay tuned for more Monster High content, more doll content, of course, lots of unboxings to come soon. Please subscribe and turn the bell notifications on so you will be notified when I get Toralei Stripe and unbox her. She will be coming soon, probably at the end of this month, but hopefully before. Please check out my description box for my Patreon, my Mercari, my Depop, all my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. Please let me know about any more content you'd like to see from me. I love taking suggestions. I also have a little poll on my Patreon. If you want to go check out my Patreon and become a paid member, you'll be able to answer that poll. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on today's video. I really, really appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. And yeah, I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much.